Today, we're going to slow things way down to look at something we all think we know how to do, but maybe not why we do it.
Written subtraction.
Exactly. Specifically, that moment, that borrowing moment we all learned at school. We're going to use a tool called number pieces to see what's actually going on.
It's a fantastic topic because we often just learn these rules,
Yeah.
cross this out, put a little one here.
Right, like it's magic.
It's not magic.
Yeah.
And this app, which uses those base 10 blocks, we call them Dienes material, is perfect for showing that. It makes the abstract concept of unbundling totally visible.
And our mission for this deep dive is to paint such a clear picture that you could follow along with your eyes closed. Though, of course, this is designed to sync perfectly with the video.
And the problem we're tackling is 526 minus to 283.
Okay, let's do it. So I'm picturing a place value chart. We've got 3 columns.
Hundreds, tens, and ones, left to right.
Got it. So to build the first number, 526, I'm putting 5 of those big, flat 100 squares in the hundreds column. Then 2 of the long, skinny 10 rods in the middle. And finally, 6 of the tiny little 1 cubes on the right.
Perfect. That's 526, visually represented. Now, the most important rule of the game. Where do we start?
Always on the right, with the ones.
Always with the ones.
Okay, so looking at the ones column, I see our 6 cubes sitting there. And the problem says we need to subtract 3.
Seems straightforward enough.
Yeah, this part's easy. I'm just physically dragging 3 of those cubes away, and I'm left with 3 cubes.
Right, so on paper, you'd write a 3 in the answer line for the ones place.
Done. Okay, now we slide over to the left to the tens column.
And this is where the action is.
Uh-huh. I see the problem immediately. We have 2 10 rods. But the problem demands we take away 8.
And you can't take 8 from 2.
Nope. So this is the borrowing part. But with the blocks, what do we actually do?
Well, we need more tens. Simple as that. So we look to the next column over, the hundreds. We're going to take just one of those big 100 flats.
Okay, I'm taking 1.
And we're going to move it over into the tens column. But it's 100 flat. It doesn't belong there. So we have to unbundle it. In the app, there's a break pieces button.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm watching it. It literally just shattered. It broke apart into 10 separate 10 rods.
And let's just pause there. This is the whole secret. This is everything.
Because we haven't actually subtracted anything yet.
No, we've just made a trade. It's like exchanging a dollar bill for 10 dimes. The value is the same. So look at the board now. What do you have in the hundreds column?
We used to have 5. Now there are only 4 flats left.
Right. And in the tens column?
Well, we had the original 2, and now we have 10 new ones. So that's 12. We have 12, 10 rods now.
Exactly. And that is the connection to the written method. When your teacher told you to cross out the 5 and write a 4,
that's because we physically took 100 flat away.
yes. And when you write a little 1 next to the 2 to make it 12,
You're just showing that you added those 10 new rods.
you're just recording the exchange. It's bookkeeping.
That makes the messy paper make so much sense. Okay, so now we can work. We have 12 tens, and we need to subtract 8.
Now you can do it. Go ahead and take 8 of those rods away.
All right, dragging 8 of them off,
Mm.
and I'm left with 4. 4 rods. So a 4 goes in the tens answer column.
Perfect. On to the final step.
The hundreds column. Now, we have to remember we only have 4 flats left there.
We do, because we use 1 for the trade. The problem says subtract 2.
Easy. I'll take 2 of those flats away,
Yeah.
and that leaves me with 200 flats.
And that's our final answer. Just read what's left on the board.
We have 200 flats, 4 10 rods, and 3 1 cubes. The answer is 243.
243, spot on.
Seeing it that way.
Mm.
It's not a procedure anymore. It's a story. It's about value flowing between the places.
That's the entire takeaway. Borrowing isn't a rule, it's an exchange. It's the simple fact that 100 is the same as 10 tens.
So all those crossouts and little numbers on a kid's worksheet aren't just messy. They're actually proof.
They're proof that they're tracking that physical exchange in their head. It's a really good sign.
It's turning the symbols into something real. That visual of the flat breaking into rods. That's going to stick with me. Thanks for that.
My pleasure. Glad I could help unbundle the mystery a bit.
And for you listening, the next time you see a subtraction problem, just try to visualize those blocks moving around. It turns a chore into a really logical puzzle. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.